Hello, Gems, and welcome back to the VTuber Voices podcast. In this podcast, we like to talk about what it's like to be a VTuber, to be a virtual business owner, and continue to pursue our dreams and content creation. In this episode, I will be continuing the interview with Fofas, and we are going to be talking about the best part about being a VTuber for both Fofa and for myself. What is our favorite part about being a VTuber? We're also going to talk about how augmented reality can be used in your channel or for VTubing. A really cool topic. Also, we both discuss VTubers that we look up to or enjoy following. Also, somebody asks a question about how do you tell your friends that you're a VTuber or your family members, so we talk about that a little bit as well. Another person also asked, what if I'm not an artist and I want to become a VTuber? Well, we discuss that as well. And lastly, we talk about Fofa's future plans for her YouTube channel and where she wants to go as a content creator. Thank you so much for tuning in for the VTuber Voices podcast, and I'll see you in the episode. What is your favorite thing about being a VTuber?
Having the freedom to do like whatever you want.
Yeah, I agree.
Like for example, the chair that I use in stream is not actually a chair. It's a stool.
Chair chin.
Yeah, like you can do whatever, like basically you can change your environment. Like it's kind of like if you've ever seen a Heavy Rain with the detective and like
yes, Heavy Rain. Yes,
like you can like snap your fingers and then boom, you're in a different environment, like that kind of stuff up.
It's the creative freedom.
Yeah, and you don't even need like a big space. So like I know some people that do full body VR chat and like they're in the size, like their play space is the size of a phone booth and you would never know.
The size of a phone booth. That is a rough comparison. Oh my god, like little square.
I think that's mainly it. What about you?
Probably, yeah. So for one, the creative freedom, there's so many things that you can get, like you said, with a click of a button, because and I've noticed this from YouTube video, like making YouTube videos. Like if you're gonna film a certain scene, you got to set up your camera on the specific angle, take the shot, take it like over 100 times till you get it. But once you get stuff set up in like a game engine, you can click a button and now you have like this beautiful scene that you can activate every time. You don't have to pick up your equipment and move it over there and get it all set up and then hit record. And that's really cool. And then also probably the community. I think the VTuber community, like overall, there's definitely some rough spots, but overall, everyone's pretty friendly and open and kind and willing to help each other. And that's something I really like about this community.
Well, I was thinking, so since you do IRL streams, you should do this.
Okay.
You should do augmented reality.
How would I go about that though? How do I even start that?
Okay, so like basically right now you have Vive trackers on your body, right?
Yeah. Yep. Index controllers and 3 Vive trackers in my headset.
Okay, so then what you do is, the only downside is you need a green screen.
I do have a green screen.
You have a green screen? Get out!
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so then like all you gotta do then is instead of like make instead of have a blank avatar.
Yeah.
But like you can add like accessories to your model. So to your invisible model. But so like it requires like a lot of like trial and error, but once you get it set up, it'll work. Since you're wearing all the trackers already, you can be in your virtual space.
Yo, you know what something that I want to try too, that I was going to ask you about actually was, so like if I do traditional art streams or I set up like an easel with my green screen, can I like paint IRL, but like be in my virtual, does that make sense? Like show my painted canvas, like live time while I'm in my virtual, yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Is, like you're gonna need trackers on your body and then have a green screen. And then so what you could do to make lining everything up just a lot easier is have the camera, so have it like when I was talking before about Cinema Machine and virtual cameras, and you can switch between a bunch of them. Have one of the cameras have a Vive tracker attached to it, or just like a VR controller, and just attach that to an IRL camera that you would use to film yourself on green screen.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It perfectly matches out.
Oh, that's so cool. And if I hook like hotkeys up to my controllers or like a panel over by my canvas, I can click it to get like different angles of the painting or something. Yo, that would be so sick. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Great ideas. I love it. We have 2 more questions. It looks like from chat. Rosa says, which VTubers do you enjoy following? So who are like the people you keep in your back pocket?
I really like, you had her on a couple days ago.
Fats? Yeah.
Spatula. I watch a lot of Spatula because
Yeah.
it's like the ultimate, like I can do my work stream.
Yeah. She's very focused. Yeah. Her streams are
And like
very focused.
it's really great, and like I feel like I learn a little bit about live 2D at the same time. I find it's very similar to like 3D rigging.
Very actually. Mm-hmm.
Then I would say it's not a VTuber, but you know who this is, Rushzilla.
Yeah, Rush. Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of Rushzilla because like 3D modeling.
God tier
Learn a little
modeler.
bit from there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can model something that looks amazing in like 6 hours. It's like, how?
How? Yeah. Well, to be fair, he uses a lot of his base stuff, which as he should be. He uses like his bases and then like replicates stuff a bit or like pokes at it.
Sometimes he does it from scratch.
Really? Oh, it's so good.
Like there's a YouTube video that he does like how to sculpt a body, and like it looks like a time lapse, but it's not. It's done live.
He's like he just knows it. It's like muscle memory built in that much.
Yeah, that's what he says. It's like
Yeah.
he says like half the time I'm not even concentrating on what I'm doing. So he's like talking to chat as he's doing it, and you're just like
So mostly circled and focused around people that you can learn from, sort of in the background while working on your own stuff.
I do lurk in other people's streams, but like it's mainly like those are the two people who are on when I'm working, like working on my computer on like commission stuff. So like their streams like really are good for that, I guess. I would say like in terms of like a stream that I think is super underrated that everyone should watch would be this person called Hi Guy, who's not a VTuber. But like it's like he's an American who's in Japan, who's fluent in Japanese. Basically, like if you enjoy like the crazy Japanese television and you want to see that in like a streamer form, you need to watch Hi Guy. He does like so like when he was making a VTuber model that's like it was like the most cursed thing I've ever seen, and it's like a wrestler that has like a bra on, but it's like but he's like it's not a bra, it's major muscle pectoral support.
Oh my God.
When someone raids him, there's like he has like a whole song and dance that he does with it. It's like blah blah janai blah janayo. That means it's not a bra.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And there's like crazy music, and like there's like his avatar that's dancing live. It's great.
I think it's good to have people like to watch and consume content that has nothing to do with what you do too, just for like random laughs or inspiration. So that's like that for you. Smolder says, okay, how should you tell people you are a VTuber, both online and maybe IRL people? Also, should you tell people you plan on becoming a VTuber just to have a following before you're ready?
I think if you want to become a VTuber to get more views, you shouldn't. They should be there for you and not like some kind of gimmick.
And if you build on like those rocky fundamentals of like, well, I just want to do this to see if I can like increase my viewership, that's going to ultimately make you really unhappy internally as well.
And like in terms of telling other people, like, does it just do it?
Yeah.
Just do it. Make your dreams come true. Oh, it doesn't work with Leap Motion.
No.
Like, it's up to you if you want to tell your IRL people that you do that, but like it's kind of like this, it's the same thing as like, hey, I'm a streamer, hey, I'm a YouTuber, right? Like just imagine how it come across like to your friends. You're gonna have friends that are be supportive, but like, do you know what I mean? You don't want to like meet a friend for the first time who's like, hey, you should, it's like, hey, so I'm a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, so that's what I do. What do you do? Like, you know, it's weird.
I think like having it just be a more natural thing if it comes up in conversation is sort of when that information would come out. It's weird. I've had a really weird experience with that too. And not that anybody else would experience this, but I figured I'd share it because it was just a weird thing that I encountered. But so for one of my YouTube videos that I'd released recently called YouTube Changed My Life, I had some shots where I was like cosplaying as Syafire IRL, and people like we were in this like public area in this park recording and stuff, and people are asking me, they're like, yo, so are you a cosplayer or you're a model? And I was like, oh, I'm a VTuber, and people are like, a what? And then it was like just so confusing because so many people didn't know, and I didn't know how to like explain it to them, and I was like, yeah, I'm a cosplayer. Just it was very interesting.
Actually, that would have been a good opportunity to be like, oh yeah, I'm a VTuber, and just like pull up your Twitch page, right?
Yeah, no, next time I do something like that, I'm gonna bring some business cards with me, because there's like little girls too that wanted to take pictures with me, and I was like, this is so cute, and I could like give them a sticker or something to take with them and have like a little anime character sticker. It'd be so adorable.
You should make your business card or like a sticker have a QR code on it, like they can.
Yes, Yes, the tech. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your questions, Folder. Jack Tropless says, I'm not really one to ask questions about this topic as I don't want to appear uninformed, but what advice would you guys give for someone wishing to become a VTuber, but they are not an artist, graphic designer, or have little knowledge on 3D modeling? Or would you suggest that they don't become a VTuber at all if they are inexperienced in those fields?
I would say VTubing in itself adds a lot of barriers. Like, it's not just as simple as turning on a camera. I'm not saying VTubing is better.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, like, there's a certain expectation when it comes down to being a VTuber. So, like, for example, like, if I'm VTubing and like I'm going at like 5 frames a second, like no one wants to watch that. I would say if you're thinking specifically about becoming a VTuber, set everything up. And OBS, I don't know about Streamlabs. I don't use Streamlabs, but like OBS has like a test broadcast function.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like to see if your computer can handle it.
And just do that and see if your computer can handle not only the internet, running your stream and your VTubing and your game at the same time. And like that would be like step number 1. And like step number 2 is choosing your software. There's tons of great YouTube channels that do full walkthroughs on specific VTubing apps that are free or paid. If you're looking for a model, you can either make one in Vroid Studio, or you can just go to booth.pm. So BOOTH.pm, and there's a ton of models that you can buy for less than $100 that you can use for VTubing. It's just the only thing you're not allowed to do with them is redistribute them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a solid answer. And if you plan, like, if you're like, oh, VTubing, and I might want to get even more involved in the VR side and do full body stuff, I'm pretty sure there's testing softwares too, or like things to see, can my PC run VR? Isn't there things to test that?
Yeah, Steam has it.
Mm-hmm.
But like in essence, like you don't want to have a computer that's just like the bare minimum. I would say at this time, if you don't have a computer that's capable of running like VR, don't go out and buy one, because like graphics card prices are ridiculous right now. So save your money.
Yes, don't spend money on the PC stuff right now if you can avoid it. Good questions all around, though. All right, so I have one last question for you, Fofa, and that is, what are your future plans with your content? Where do you see yourself taking your channel and your work? Even if it's like some grandiose idea? Yeah.
This is the harder path, but I think it's the better way.
Yeah.
Is making separate YouTube channels so that you don't like muddy the water of your main channel, I guess is the best way to put it. So like my channels right now mainly aimed towards like tech stuff / tutorials, and like all of a sudden if I start adding like funny clip compilation, like it'll just kill my channel. So like I am starting a new channel that's a collaboration between 2 other people. It's called Virtual Offline. It's going to be a podcast, and what's unique about it is that we're all in the same environment. It's not VR chat. It's basically I used my knowledge on how to make a custom VTubing app, amplified it up a little bit.
Yes.
Switching to Unreal Engine with motion capture, and like what I really want to do is once I get that motion capture suit, I want to do a comparison between motion capture suit, VR tracking, webcam tracking, and basically every option that's out there, so people have like a resource to compare, I guess. And then after that would be getting motion capture into VR chat, so you can use a mocap suit, because I think that's better than just wearing a bunch of trackers. And then there's another thing that I'm this is like, I guess, a public call out, is I've thought of a way to kind of like bike lock your VR chat model so that it's not impossible to rip, but it's a pain in the butt to rip. And the only hurdle that I'm having right now is like it does require like a specialized knowledge for model making, which I have. And then the second step is like I don't know how to make shaders. I'm basically looking for someone that can make a shader. Essentially, like think about it like the model itself is going to look like, it's going to be like the default state of the model is going to be like it's going to look like a funhouse mirror of a model, right? All weird and distorted, and like that's the default state of the model. And then my idea is to have a shader that will make the model look normal.
Whoa, interesting.
And so what that means is that someone can rip your model, and if they have a specialized whatever, they can some of them can rip the shader. But what that means is they can't do anything else but re-upload it. So they can't just They can't steal your model and redo things with it.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Yeah, what a clever workaround for that.
But like it's the first step is going to be like so you know about blend shapes. It's going to be two steps. The model is going to have like a blend shape like passcode to it. So you need to set the blend like out of a series of like, let's say 50 blend shapes. You need to set like 5 of them in a specific value in order for the model to look like the Funhouse mirror version of the model. And then on top of that, the shader needs to have that Funhouse version of the model in order to make it look normal. I know how to do the blend shape stuff. I just don't know how to make a shader.
Yeah, so then that next step will be learning about shaders and then combining that knowledge.
I want to release that for free, but I just don't know how to do shaders.
You got this. I know you'll learn. Easy.
But yeah, those are my plans.
That's really exciting, and I'm excited to see how all that develops for you. Yeah, the whole like separate YouTube channel thing too. I thought about doing that for this podcast as well, because I was like, is it like disruptive? You know, is it disruptive to the current content on my channel? And then you get that whole, but like starting a new channel, like am I even big enough to start a new channel? Or does that not matter? You know, so again, like just props to you for taking that leap and just saying, you know what, like this is better sustainability wise for all my channels and all my content. So let's do it. Cool.
Yeah, just like look at Jack Sucks at Life. He has a Guinness World Record for most amount of channels over 100,000, and they're like
Really?
literally like he has like Jack Sucks at Life. What is it? Jack Sucks at Geography. Jack Sucks at Pop-Up Pirate.
Oh my god.
It's like just pumps out those YouTube channels. So like it is possible. It's just the only thing is like the hardest part is maintaining the consistency on all those channels.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for listening to the VTuber Voices podcast, and this will conclude season 6, Fofa. It was a long season, but it was so much fun, and I learned so much from you, and I know the community also enjoyed this season with you. On the next season, season 7, we will be talking to a pretty wonderful virtual reality YouTuber named Fia. So I will see you guys for season 7. Thanks for listening. It's been a pleasure as always. Have a great one.